So my name is Stephen Baker. I play linebacker, outside or sometimes middle. Jersey 42 for the Westmeath Minotaurs.
Steve, thanks very much for taking time out. It's a very busy week. We're what are we now? We're 72 hours or so away from game day. It's the pressure starting and the nerves are starting to kick in. But Steve, I have to say, first of all, it's just this is your first full season as a player. I know you joined during the COVID time, so to actually get a proper full season under you, how do you feel your season's gone, both for yourself and as a team?
Brilliant. I think for myself, I came in as a complete novice, rugby player all my life. Moved over to Ireland. The last thing I thought I'd be doing is playing American football. But luckily I found you guys, and I think the development stage has gone brilliant. Like every week, trying to improve a bit more from hard training and listening to the more experienced guys in the team.
I have to say, Steve, you've taken it to taken the sport like a duck to water. You did say you played rugby. Do you find some of the skills have come across? Like one thing I've noticed, even last year, when your first couple of games was you're ferocious in the tackle. It's fantastic. If a man gets hit and he stays down. So, do you find that's something a big help to you in playing American football?
Yeah, I think so. I've always, one of my biggest aspects when I was playing rugby was my defence and tackling. So there's still some little habits that from rugby that try not to bring into American football. Every now and again, I keep forgetting that the person on the floor I'm not allowed to hit.
Only when the refs aren't looking.
Exactly.
So, Steve, so as I said, you're basically a rookie, but what's it mean to you to be a Minotaur?
It's brilliant. I've just enjoyed every aspect of it. Like I said, again, coming in with my knowledge of American football was playing Madden on the Xbox. So
we won't hold Xbox against you, so that's why.
I think everybody's played the same thing, but it's a great bunch of lads, great coaches, and just makes integrating with the team easy.
I have to say, personally, I got to know you a bit better on the long trip up and down from Derry, and it was actually amazing to learn some of the skills that you learned in rugby, and the fact that you're 42, looking like a 26-year-old.
44.
24. That's not depressing for the rest of us. Steve, a massive game on Sunday. How do you see the final going itself?
It's going to be tough. I think for us in particular in defence, they've got some big, strong runners. I think our boys, the D-backs, have got the game on them. I think they'll be fine. I think it's up to, like I said, it's up to us linebackers and you boys in the front to stop the big lads from trying to get through us like last time. It's going to be a tough game.
I feel actually one of your better games that I've seen you play this season was actually in Mullingar against Limerick. Some of the hits you made were fantastic. It definitely, they punched a good few holes in the front, and it was kind of reassuring knowing that you guys were right behind us, especially when we had you at middle linebacker. How do you find the difference between, say, the Mike middle or on the outside? Which would you prefer personally, if you, in a perfect world?
I think personally, I prefer the Mike position, and that's because you can see more. You've got a bigger aspect. You've got a bigger field of view. I'm enjoying outside linebacker. It's different, and I've got great people to speak to, like Nally and Darren, the guys that are teaching me, and Paddy. So I prefer Mike, but I'm starting to really enjoy outside as well.
Yeah, I have to say it's kind of reassuring. Gio McBride has been gone to Lebanon for the year, but we were expected to see kind of a massive gap in quality in defense. But yourself and Adam Corkin really stepped up and really made that gap as small as it can be. Some fantastic plays from the two of you. So Steve, as a rookie, and what was the step that kind of said, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, and maybe it's something you could pass on to lads who are kind of sitting on the fence coming Christmas time to have a go?
I'll be honest. My first training session, I came down. I tried to get stuck in. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was just told to do things with my hands and hit people with different ways that I've never had to do before. from the first day, from day one, I think I got the bug for it and just really enjoyed it. And it's something, like I said, the lads and the coaches make it easy for someone that's got no experience to come in. And it's my second season, yeah, but the first season was the COVID one. I think I played two games.
2 games, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I found those 2 games, even for myself, I started on the offensive line, and the 2 games last year were my first as a defensive line. On the defensive line, I don't know if you found it now, maybe as a rookie, but I found those 2 games to be a massive help in kind of getting set and kind of getting familiar with those positions. Did you find that?
Yeah, definitely. I think the first game I played was Kildara, I think, down in Mullingar. I think that was our first one last season. And again, I went in with very, very little experience, but I think I got lucky because people kept running at me, so it made it a lot easier.
it's great when you see them running at you, because you're either going to be a hero or you're going to be landing on your butt. So it's a toss of a coin how that goes for you. Steve, any personal highlights for you this season? Obviously, your first season. Have you any big plays in your head, or anything that really stands out for you?
I think every week I'm learning something new, and every week I try and get at least one big hit in. I think there was a game we played down in Mullingar. I think it was our first game, and one of the lads was running down. And I can remember cutting straight across the field from my position and landing him straight into touch. And all I can remember from the sideline from the lads was, Steve!
The confidence was up definitely after that.
It certainly was.
I have to say, on behalf, I speak for a lot of the defense now, and I say you've been a major addition and a major help. And it's something as well that, with no disrespect to your age, it's actually great. You have the experience of the rugby coming back. And if you had a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, you can be a little bit nervous going into it, but you've kind of seen it and done it, even as a new sport, and you have that kind of bank of experience there. And I have to say the tackling is just ferocious. Gio McBride actually in his interviews couldn't get over your tackling technique. He was in awe of it. So finally, Steve, any comments for the boys on Sunday? Fans, anything you want to say?
For the boys, go out there, enjoy the game, play your hearts out, and more importantly, we're bringing them the bacon.
That's all we need to hear. That's all we need to hear. Steve, thanks again.
Good man, big easy.